Albuquerque, New Mexico, the land of enchantment, and today home to the Isleta, New Mexico Bowl. There's nothing quite like wrapping up a regular season with a bowl victory. It just leaves a good taste in your mouth going into the offseason. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Georgia Southern Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oklahoma State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game.
Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. On target. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Snapped it in the shotgun. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. The Eagles' offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. They're dealing with a second and long. The give to the tailback. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Georgia Southern in a hurry. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just way off target and missed it. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. To the air on first down. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. Quickly complete. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. The Cowboys really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. He'll do it himself. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Bringing it back. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Makes the grab. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Eagles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Hand off from the shotgun. Sweet cut there. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Eagles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the gift. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Cowboys will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. He's looking to pass. Fires into the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Touchdown, Cowboys! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Running to Green. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Line getting set on 2nd down. The gift to the back. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. And the Cowboys line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Pulls and fires complete. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Back to pass on second down. Looking to the end zone. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got his man. Oh, he got loose. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They'll go to the air. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. The Eagles buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And they'll take the result of the flag and move the offense back. They'll try the run. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback, who makes a sure tackle. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this one is perfect. That'll pull them back to within 6. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
Brings up 2nd down.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got his man down the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's a first down for the offense.
The give on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
2nd down coming up.
Wants to go up top. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. To the ground to try to move the chains. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. They kick it away on 4th down. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Quarterback empties his backfield. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. 2nd and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Intercepted! intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but, man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Gives it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. Reads it, fires complete. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. For just a fleeting moment, they thought they'd tied the game, and now it's right back to the drawing board after the flag. Needs a big completion on 3rd and long. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Breaks into the open. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on third down. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, and not before. He picks up the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Now they'll run the draw. Hard running there. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. That's reeled in. It's Guzman. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, thanks. You put these 2 programs together given the seasons they had, and we figured we might get a notable first half in this New Mexico Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the New Mexico Bowl.
The Cowboys will kick it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Looking deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. And the returner goes down. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll give it to the back. Spins away from the defense. Oh, he did it again. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. And the Cowboys, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He leaves it with his back. He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Cowboys! Once he got some room, it was over. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Going right to work up top. Finds the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. Punt is in the air. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Got a little space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. After misfiring, it's second down. They'll move the wide receiver. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. A third down try for the offense. Off play action. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, third and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
The Cowboys will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Got the quick completion. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Georgia Southern in a hurry.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. And Boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. It's complete to the left. Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Direct snap. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Hold and finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So now it's second and long.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force a negative play.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it inside the 30. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. It'll be a draw. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Red pass, it's complete. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Unloads quickly. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Tompkins. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Sends it back in motion. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. A little release to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Wants to go up top on first down. And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20.
To kick this one away.
Running into the open space.
Returner is brought down at the 39.
Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Fires to the wideout. And the misconnection on 3rd down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks the tackle.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Leaves it with the running back. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. He makes a catch. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Oklahoma State.
It's complete to the right. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. And here comes the field goal unit. He won't have any problem with the distance, but the angle could be a different story from the left. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I'll be honest, I don't love the call. On 4th and that short, I want to go for it. But you trust your kicker, he does his job, and he puts 3 on the board.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We've reached a break. Oklahoma State is on top. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll run play action. He uncorks 1 deep. Pulls it in on the left. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down, he'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Here comes the heat. Snags it down the right side. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll stop him short of the first down, and the screen didn't quite convert. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Split backs here. They'll run it from the gun. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line.
And that's a first down for the offense.
To the ground, he's got it again. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Wrestled out of bounds at the 26, a huge pickup on the ground. Rides the back on the option, the give. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Punts it out of the air. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
They'll leave it with the lone back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Eagles will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on third down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The give from the gun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Now the connection takes it to the 11. It's 1st down from the 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick completion to the right. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Second down coming up.
Leaves it with the back. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is it didn't lose much ground, but there's not much left. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And the pummeling has started.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. Snares it outside. It's Tompkins. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
The Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Here's the handoff. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The give to the back.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he's going to bring it out. stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
It'll be third and long. The give to the lone running back. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous play. A late touchdown.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge, explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over there they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Hold on.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Wide receiver comes in motion. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
On to kick it away.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.